Namaste. What is meditation and why is it vital for us for revitalization? So, meditation is a form of cleansing. It's a form of healing and revitalizing our spirit and soul. Because in the environment we live in, every day we're exposed to toxicity. We're exposed to chemicals that are not good for our nervous system, our vibration. We're exposed to toxicity in the air, in the soil, in the foods we consume, the foods that, depending on the individual and the way their body is, sometimes some of our bodies are highly more sensitive. We may have more sensitive skin, a more sensitive system to certain foods or vibrations, and we're all completely differently built. We know through our DNA. There's also toxicity of people and their own thoughts, and even what we can't even see every single day. Those vibrations are affecting our subconscious soul without even awareness sometimes. We are around those vibrations, those negative energies. So it's vital for us to cleanse the soul and increase our energy and vibration. Also, the foods that we consume and the water that we drink and the air that we breathe. Our body is highly capable of performing at an absolutely fantastic level of cleansing and cleaning us, but we have to give it the aids that it needs. And when we live in a world where we're constantly in fight or flight and our system is put under stress and strain, even if we've got health challenges and conditions, we need to give ourselves some calmness and our body an environment where it has the time and it has the focus and the ability to be able to truly cleanse and heal ourselves. And yes, it can do it when we sleep, and it's vital it does it when we sleep if we give it the right nutrients. But also during the day, our mind is constantly bombarded with information, advertisements, and stimulation, and products and synthetic fabrication that is and can be affecting some of our nervous systems in different ways that in nature from our ancestral history and in the environment we weren't constantly bombarded with or around or even exposed to. So it's vital as a form of cleansing and healing that we have this daily practice to keep ourselves healthy, to increase our level of intellect and intelligence, to be able to consistently do what we're here to do. And what are we here to do? Why have we been gifted this intellect and intelligence? Why are we a species like no other species with a mind that has the capability to invent, to connect, to hold and communicate and hold so much different information and speak in different linguistics and languages? Why have we been gifted this from the divine source and energy? Because we are the caretakers, whether we like to admit it or not. We are the species that was sent here to take care of our planet. And our soul knows it. It knows why we're truly here. And that's why we were gifted this intellect and this ability to be able to do what other species can't do. And we look at religion, even some people might not be Christian or practice, but in many scriptures, there are many different examples of how our heart should be, and that our ancestral history was there to take care of the animals and to take care of the earth. Because where does our energy come from? It comes from the earth, the divine source, and the air, and the elements all around us. And that's what keeps us alive, all of us. And without that, there is no us. So our duty on this earth is to take care of that and sustain life itself. But we've forgotten, and our ancestors knew. They knew. They lived in alignment with the earth, and they had spiritual practices, and they appreciated the animals and the capabilities of the animals, and they lived in synchronicity with the earth itself. So through the acts of meditation and raising our vibration, it's not just about sitting and staying calm and healing. There's a process. There's a connection with the earth, the life force itself, that starts before you meditate. The act of taking a seed and growing a flower, picking up the soil in your hands and feeling the life force within the soil and the earth, and understanding and appreciating and evolving and coming to know oneself, giving and making sacrifices for others, looking at one's own shadows, seeing your own flaws in others and their flaws in you. The growth that happens not just from the act of meditation, but the awareness of the soul, the capability of us to truly grow, to have a conversation that's not completely superficial, but to truly take time and not have to ask someone how they're feeling, because you can look them in the eyes and you can see it and feel it. Because we all eat the same food. Oh, we don't eat the same food, but it comes from the same source. We carry the same energy and we drink the same water and we breathe the same air. And from this conscious way of living and this connection with the earth itself and the gratitude and appreciation for everything it gives us and everyone around us, we awaken something inside of us that's always been there. But sometimes the toxicity levels within our body from what we're consuming, whether it be negative vibrations, whether it be a climate of stress, whether it be just a hard time that we're in under the pressures that we're in every single day, they can all have impacts on our vibration and our level of consciousness. And all of us, we're just human beings. We're not superheroes. Say things that, we reflect on and we think, what have we said? What have we done, right? But it's a process of life. And the process starts with connecting with the earth and the realization that we are a vessel. We are the ether. And around us, there is light. The air is not empty. It's filled with photons and energy that run throughout us and ourselves and are built within us, within our DNA, within our skin. And those memories do not have time and space. They come from a place that is every place and every time and every space, and it runs through us. And the more we raise our vibration and eat and drink clean and behave clean, the more of that light we can contain through the foods and minerals, because we need the minerals and the act and the clear mind and the actions and awareness and the sensitivity that we have to increase and the calm nervous system to be able to truly connect with one another and with that life force, that we then have the capability to use our ether, our vessel, to cleanse. And as we cleanse, we release what was in us, and it's passed on through the light, in the air, in the water, and it goes to others. And that vibration is a circle, it's a life force. We also carry the vibration of our ancestors, that energy forces within us. We're carrying on their line, and we contain their energy. And it's written in many scriptures about our ancestors, of how it affects us and our life force. So if we want to make a difference, it all starts in here. Raising our own vibration and frequency. Being kind to ourselves. Forgiving ourselves. Loving ourselves so we can love others. Because if our cup is empty, what have we got to give? Truly.